Hi everyone, I am ready for the final main page of the album, page 12. So this one's going to be quite a simple one, and then we can go on to the size of the main page mats, and then I'm going to take a small break, I think, and wait for my music box to arrive before I actually do the covers. So, but for now, page 12, and this is all it is. So get my scoreboard to give you the measurements. So you will need your base page, obviously, and this is mine, and I've actually put my decorative edge into my base page, so I'm going to have to cover this up in a little bit. Okay, so you will be using your, once again, decorative base page to put flaps in. So I have cut slits in, so you'll be working once again on the decorative base page, not the plain base page. And you will need 4 pieces of cardstock that are 5 1/4 inches by 7 1/8 of an inch, and on the 5 1/4 inch side I've scored mine at 3/8 of an inch, and you need 4 of those. So 4 of those bits, and then the other piece you'll need is a piece that's 2 3/8 of an inch by 9 1/4 inches, and you want to score this at 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch. So on my base page, what I've done is 1/2 inch, no, yeah, it is 1/2 inch. What's 1/2 inch? Doesn't look like 1/2 inch, but I'm sure it was 1/2 inch. It is 1/2 inch. No. It is 3/8 of an inch. So 3/8 of an inch from the edge. I've scored, I've cut a line in. Obviously I've put my sellotape in on the back first, and I have actually, as you can see, drawn pencil lines first. So I've measured my flaps that I've made. I've measured those, and they come in at 1/2 inch from the top and the bottom. So you measure 1/2 inch down, 1/2 inch up, and then it's 3/8 of an inch. No, it's not. Yes, it is 3/8 of an inch, and then 3/4 of an inch, and then 1 1/8 of an inch. So every 3/8 of an inch I have cut into my paper. Not right the way down top and bottom, obviously, because I don't want to cut the strips off completely, but up to the 1/2 inch at the top. So I have 3 slits. And the first thing I'm going to do is obviously put these in. And once again, you put them in, you measure to where they need to be, so you get them nice and straight, up and down, and make sure that the fold is on facing upwards. So this fold here on the flap is on the top, and I'm going to turn over, and I always start from the bottom one. It's easier to get them lined up straight that way. And because I have sellotape underneath here, I don't need to put glue on, because the glue will just stop it sticking properly. I'm just measuring this up to my pencil lines top and bottom. Or at least I'm trying to. Oh dear. Okay, so that's the first one down. And now for the remaining 3. So next one goes in to the next slit along. And all you have to do is measure it up to the first one that you put on, so that it's going to be nice and straight from there. When that's straight, you can flip it over, take off the tape backing, and pop it down. Next one, ignore my ink smudge. So line it up with the other card you've already got down. Flip it over. Release the tape backing. And pop it down. Now the last one, as you may notice, has not got a slit to go through. I'm just going to wrap this one around the end of the card. So this one's just going straight over the end, like this. So I'm going to line that up. Turn it over. And then release the tape backing and pop that down. Oops, I think I've moved it. So I'm just going to put that down gently first and flip it back over to make sure it's all straight. Okay, and then to secure this bit at the back, I'm going to put on some tape. Okay, so that should be nice, straight and secure. Okay, my next job is now I've got a magnet already placed at the bottom of this underneath some decorative paper, and this one is going at the top of the page. So I want to get on a bit of tape for that. carefully find the middle. Oh, I'm so used to finding the middle on these. Where's my... I just can't do it. And so it is there. That's the middle. Right there. Yep. Okay. Well, that was clever. Now I can't see where the middle is. Ah, didn't think about that, did I? It'll be fine. Actually, no, it won't. It won't be fine. So I'm going to take off that bit of double-sided tape I just put on, and because I want it this way round, because where I have the flaps on the back of here, it's going to interfere with that joining together. So more double-sided sticky tape on this side instead. 1, 2. Okay, now this one was right. I just want to find the middle of this bit quick. So the middle is there. Because I am not in the mood for eyeballing. I just get a funny feeling if I try to eyeball something right now, it's going to go terribly wrong. Okay, take backing off of this bit and a bit of glue on. I'm going to line up my 2 little pencil marks there. As you see, it is slightly longer than my page because I do have that gusset there. So next job is glue dot onto the other side of my magnet. Make sure my gusset is standing proud. And pop that down to the end. I've just done that upside down, haven't I? Okay, people, I've just done that upside down. That shouldn't be this end, it should be that end. Okay, this needs to be the other way round. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Yep, it's been one of them days already. It is barely 9:30 in the morning and I am absolutely not on my best form. So what was all that about? Not eyeballing it because I didn't want to make a mistake. Okay. I suppose I could have left it up the other way. I don't suppose it would have made much of a difference, but I don't want to. I'm just taking that sticky glue dot off the bottom so that I can stick it down in the right place this time. Oops, dropsies. Right, try again. Sticky glue dot. Oh, I'm not having much luck today at all. There we go. Sticky glue dot. Okay, line this up at the bottom, nice and straight, and then stick down my glue dot. Now it's the right way round. Okay, then this bit, I might have to take a tiny bit off the end, I think. Yeah, just a little touch. I'm going to take off this end. Right, this goes here, this goes here, and that's going to be the page. So this splits up and you will have a on-page waterfall folio. So I'm going to take off a tiny bit of that bit, and then I'm going to decorate, and I've done it again so that my pages are staggered. So 1, 2. So when they're all together, the only thing you're going to see is the snowflake border, but it will sort of match up. So it'll just be one long line. Okay, and I've just decorated the front one with a little bit of glamour dust glitter on some of the snowflakes there, and a little bit of sepia accents on the swan's eye. So I'm going to decorate, and then I will be back. Okay, all I have left to do now is to put on my decorative strip here. Oh, that way up. The magnet doesn't quite touch. It does hold just, but it doesn't quite touch. It probably will do eventually when it's had a little bit of give and a little bit of wear. It needs to be bent down slightly, and then that'll hold better. So, and this bit I just put onto a bit of the gold paper first, and then some of the backing paper. So it's got a small border of the, actually it's the bronze paper, not the gold paper. Move that over slightly. It will stick. So I want to bend that down slightly at the bottom. There we go. Okay, so there are actually no tags in this pocket. So this lifts up. So you've just got the magnetic belly band here, and then a waterfall folio. I suppose if you wanted to, you could put some some tuck spots or some pockets on the back here, but I didn't want that extra bulk. The reason being, I have to glue that down as well. I did say before I started making this album that with all the pages, although it was going to be quite small this way, it was going to be a chunky album. And the spine is going to be 6 inches. So I can't really afford much more bulk, really, can I? You could reduce that and make it a 4.5 inch spine if you wanted to take out 2 sets of pages. So instead of having the 12 pages, only have 8. That would give you yeah, about 4.5 inches, I think. So that is the last bit. So now it's making the tags, the pocket tags, and I've done all of mine already. What I have decided is, here they are, the decorative papers are 7 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then there's a they're just on plain card, and the card is 1/8 of an inch bigger all the way around. And what I decided to do was to stagger all the way down the side. I'm having 2 mats in each pocket, 1 for each page, and I decided to stagger these snowflakes down the side, and so that they'd stand out. I've done one in, this is Centura Pearl White Gold, and I ordered this card from Hunky Dory, so, and it's quite a good one. And this is just some gold mirror card that I had in my stash. It was gifted to me by someone who was giving up crafting, and so I did that so that you could see it's got just the different ones all the way down, and I just wanted it to be this whole stack of snowflakes. And they are done so that the first tag from the first page obviously is facing upwards, so this is facing upwards, and the snowflake has been put onto this side. As you turn the page over, this tag will be for the next page, and I've done this one in the gold mirror instead of the Centura Pearl, and the snowflake is on this side. And then I've staggered them down, roughly about 3/8 of an inch or so, all the way down. So the snowflakes have been cut out of the Sweet Dixie Snowflake Edge and matching snowflake die. This is obviously the matching snowflake. And what I did first was I took a piece, I cut a snowflake out of white card, just plain white card, and stuck it on the front of my tag photo mat where I wanted it to be. So this is the second to last one in the pile. As you can see, it's just a little bit up from the bottom. I then cut 2 of the snowflakes from the paper that was the card that I wanted, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick one on the front and then one on the back, lining them up as good as I can, and that makes it nice and thick when it's dry, so it's got a good hold there and gives you something to grab hold of to pull the tag out. And I didn't want them all sort of uniform, and so they're all sort of like twisted in different directions, and none of them are straight because I didn't want them straight. So once again, if you do suffer from sensitive skin, please don't do this. I shouldn't do this, but I do find it easier. So it just enables me to get the glue on all the back of the snowflake. Then line up. Badly apparently, but roughly line up. God, and I thought I was doing badly before I was filming. Okay, that's a bit better. It's a bit better. I didn't say it was all brilliant, but I said it was a bit better. Okay, so that's one side done. Now I just want to make sure that I have enough glue on here to do the other side. Line up those two bits. Okay, they don't want to line up apparently. We'll get it. And then press that side down. And when that's dry, that'll be, when that's dry, that'll be quite stiff and gives you something that it's quite safe to pull on. So that one goes in there. Be careful of that because it's not quite dry yet. And that is the tags, the photo mats for inside the pages. So this should be dry now. And here's some of the pages. And here's more pages. So as you can see, this is a hefty old album, and I am having, as I said, a 6-inch spine. I could probably get away with a 5-inch, but I really want it to be, I want to be able to put photographs in it and extra mats and tags if I want to. So I want that extra expansion, and I don't want it to bow out. So that's why it's like it is. And of course, on top of all of this, it also has yet to have in my photo mats here. And that's quite another hefty bit there, good another 1/4 inch. So I am having 1-inch gussets. So this is 2 and a bit A4 pieces of paper stuck together. Let's move this out of the way quick. And what I've done is, you'll only need 2 pieces if you don't have a 3-inch beginning bit here. So if you only had, say, a 1-inch bit, but I like to have a nice big wing on the side here so that it sticks down to my page really well. So you start off with your wing, which sticks to your covers. Then you need the gusset for just the front page. Now I'm not having a lot on my inside covers, so I don't need a huge amount, so I've just got a 1/2 inch gusset there. No, I haven't. That is the 1/2 inch for the beginning of the page. No, it's not. That's a 1/2 inch gusset. Right, then I've got 3/4 inch. Now that is my free edge that sits between my spine and the beginning of my page. So it's this bit. Get this folded over. It's this bit just here. So my page is going to be stuck up to here, up to this score line here. And this bit is all going to be showing because I've got 1-inch gussets. I need a big bit here to give my page movement so that it doesn't all bow out and everything when I'm trying to open and close the pages. So the hinge that sticks up is actually 1.25 inches high, and only 1/2 inch of that is going inside the page. Then I have a 1-inch gusset. So this 1/2 inch is just the beginning of the page. the beginning of my hinge system. What actually is then my hinge system is this, and it's 3/4 of an inch, half inch, half inch, 3/4 of an inch, and that's the bit that sticks up. The half inch, 2 half-inch pieces here going inside the page. Then I have a 1-inch gusset, and that I've repeated right the way through for all 6 pages. So 3/4, half, half, 3/4. That's one. Then a 1-inch gusset. 3/4, half, half, 3/4, 1, and I've done that right the way across. Joining pages together until I have 6 hinges ready for my pages. And of course this is based on the Kathy Orta King system, and it works quite well. For something that's obviously going to have a spine this huge, you really need to do either a stack the deck binding or a hidden hinge system binding or something similar. Another one that's really good is Anne from X-Anaro1. Yes, X-Anaro1. She has also what I call a free floating hinge system, where this is not attached to the page, and so when you open the book everything lays beautifully flat. It really is lovely. But this is going to be quite a heavy one, so I thought I'd better do some really nice big hinges. So that's going to be the hinge system. So that's it. Pages, hinge system, last page. All complete. So that was it. Page 12, the final main page of the book. All complete. Like I said, I'm going to take a small break now. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do on the inside and outside covers, and I'll wait for my music box. It's not a music box, my musical box to go into the covers and figure out exactly what I'm going to do with that. But for now, once again, all finished, page 12. And until next time, hopefully it won't be too long, and I'll be back. Bye for now.